Hey, boys. Yep. So, yeah, I'm crashing out, man. Totally gonna crash out on this one. And that's okay, bro. We're gonna just go for it anyways. If somebody else could do better, I sure wish they would. Because I'm tired of being the only one who consistently focuses on it, not just covers it and moves on. Like, I sure would like to get somebody with talent and a large platform to take over, that has the resources to actually do this, whereas I don't. Man, that would really be cool, but ain't gonna happen. Okay, so this is part 3, and this is probably going to be a short video. I would be wise to keep it short. I'd be even wiser to not do this video because I mean, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Let's go into this though. Okay, so if you've watched the video I did called part 2, whatever it's called, Once More Around the Sun, the World Part 2. Okay, this will be titled the World Part 3 War. World War 3, whatever. This is what we're going for. So, continuing on where I left off. Okay. Okay. Let's like to just consider what's been discussed here so far. Okay. On all this stuff I'm talking about the middle 80% constantly being praised as these innocent, hardworking people that are just dealt a unfair shake, and that the lowest 10% are these crappy people that are just leeches off society, blah blah blah. This whole thing I'm going over, okay? And how I'm saying how it's all just one big scam. It's like the scam is not ended. That this is the scam, right? I want to pose a question. If I'm right about what I've been saying in my last video, that hour-long video, if I'm like, in a general way, I'm right, okay? Do you think that the people in the top 10% don't already know everything that I'm saying? And not only know it, but are so more advanced in the knowledge of what I'm talking about than me or anyone else. Like, that they are so, like if they were to watch my video, like, they'd be like, well, yeah, that is kind of weird. Like, this guy, even though he's crazy and he's got maybe at best an average intelligence, he is like right. You know, like, that they would watch it and be like, dude, yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the advanced knowledge that we do that are actually orchestrating this whole thing, ha ha ha. But yeah, this fucking average angry hobo guy of average intelligence is like one of the only people that's like talking about it in every fucking video for the last 8 years. Meanwhile, everyone else, they'll talk about it a little bit while they talk about any and everything else, you know. Yeah, this guy, dude, you think that these motherfuckers don't have this down to a complete exacted science that goes so far beyond just the complexity that I'm trying to flesh out. Okay, so let's go over this. It started off with the simple outline that Asmongold, you know, that clip from Asmongold. There's just like a 2-minute clip where he's like, yeah, this is what it is. You got to think of it in thirds: the top 10, the middle 80, and the lower 10. And he does a very great job of just like in 2 minutes putting it simple. Okay. But like, you know, if what Asmongold said in that simple 2 minute, dialogue, that it goes way deeper than that. Like you could do a fucking massive deep dive on this shit, right? You know it. Okay. Now, taking all that into consideration, now think about how well versed the top 10% are on everything that I've been saying. Like they know it because they perfected the whole thing to a literal science. This is I mean, down to an exacted science where every little thing that they do is exactly scientifically fucking like orchestrated in a way that is so much more advanced than what I'm talking about. Like it's like way deeper than what I'm talking about, okay? I bring up Barnes a lot. Barnes actually said this. I don't remember Barnes' first name, but Barnes was involved in all that MK Ultra shit and all that back in the fucking mid 60s or whatever. And he kind of became a whistleblower later on in life, though he is not regarded as one that I've ever really come across. Like reading his quotes of his, he is whistleblowing. Like there's a quote where Barnes says that there's a very small group of people that are highly advanced in like psychology, in the way the mind works. And this very small group of people that are extremely advanced in the psychology of the mind control everyone through fashion and trends. Isn't that kind of what I'm saying? If you were to go back and review what I'm talking about. What is fashionable and trendy in media? To talk about how the middle 80% are all innocent victims of the Faucis and Bill Gates and the Jewish space lasers, etc., and they're all just hardworking, innocent victims of all this injustice, and that the lowest 10% are just the evil EBT recipients sneaking in your backyard and stealing your bicycles and eating all the cookies and drinking all the soda off of the EBT food stamps that all the middle 80%ers fund through their taxes. That is the only story that you see any and everywhere, all the fucking time, hands down. Unless you want to talk about clips of a kitten video or something. That's the only story. Now go back to what Barnes said. There's a very small group of people that are extremely advanced in and knowledgeable in how the mind works, the psychology of the mind. And this small group of people that have this advanced knowledge on the psychology of the mind control everyone else through fashion and trends. What is the fashionable, trendy story of the fucking millennium? Is that the 80%, the middle 80% are the hard-working, salt to the earth, sweat off the brow of your face, victimized by the scamdemics that the evil Bill Gateses and Fauci's are orchestrating. That is the popular story. And it sells. It sells every time, all the time, every day, all day. Who is buying this story? None other than the middle 80%ers themselves. And the only other element to this story that is being bought and sold constantly is that those evil lowest 10%ers are just these cookie eating, soda drinking, EBT system leeching, pieces of shit that sneak in your backyard and stealing your bicycles and your barbecues all the time. This is the most popular story that sells every fucking time. It is the only headline. And it is every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year of every decade of every century for a millennium, dude. That is the story. And we have all heard it 24 hours a day, year after year, our entire life. So the question I'm trying to pose here, even though I don't want to post this video, I'm going to, because I'm totally burnt out. I'm fucking crashed the fuck out. I'm so fucking crashed the fuck out on this, bro. But the question is all this shit that I'm going on and on about in my last video that was an hour and 10 minutes, and now this video, which is at 11 minutes, all this shit that I'm crashing out about. You think that the people up at the top 10%, you think that, dude, you don't think that they know exactly what I'm talking about. And not only do they know exactly what I'm talking about, they know it on such a higher, more advanced level than anyone in the whole world, that they already know exactly what I'm talking about. And they, and like, in a general sense, they disagree with none of it. Like, they know that what I'm saying is the fucking truth. You think that they don't already know all this? Not only know it, but like I said, have perfected this to an exacted science. Therefore, have such more advanced levels of knowledge on what my average level IQ ass is trying to articulate. They know this stuff, are so far more advanced in the fucking every detail and aspect of what I'm trying to explain, because they invented it, and that's how they are the parasites, and that is their modus operandi, to fucking extract any and all wealth, resources, power, you name it, and consolidate it more and more into the top 10. This is the game, bro, and they know it. And so when they see me struggling talking about it, I'm sure they laugh. And they don't see me as a threat. How could I be a threat? Who the fuck would listen to me? And so, and it probably is humorous to them. I would, if I were in their shoes, I'd probably laugh too, But that I don't know what I'm talking about, and that in the general way, everything that I'm saying is true. Like the fact that I am the only motherfucker who stays like hyper focused on this subject. I'm the only motherfucker in the whole internet that's hyper focused with a laser focus on specifically this only. I'm not talking about all this Jewish space laser bullshit and all this other stuff. I'm like the only one who is just constantly revisiting this over and over for fucking years. Meanwhile, what is everyone else doing? They're doing their content to cater to the middle 80%, because that's what brings in the most returns of clicks, likes, views, subs, money, ratings, etc., etc. No, they know exactly what, and I'll bring up Barnes and leave it. Just like Barnes said, there is a very small group of people up at the top 10%, that are extremely advanced in the knowledge of how the psychology of the mind works. And this tiny little group of people control the masses through fashion and trends. Remember how I mentioned that one video where the guy's like talking about how the subject of class is conspicuously absent from all discourse? Because people are controlled through fashion and trends. And it is not fashionable and it is not trendy to think of it in terms of the top 10%, the middle 80%, and the lowest 10%. This is the least fashionable thing. And if you don't believe me, like I said, look on any video hosting platform. What is the big story? It is always the same. That the middle 80% are the salt of the earth, sweat off your brow, just hardworking, innocent people that are being victimized by the Bill Gates and the Fauci's, etc. And the lowest 10% are a bunch of EBT recipients eating cookies, drinking soda, and stealing your bicycles out of your backyard. That is the only story. And you can go back through history as far. Go back, and this is like a millennial long, tired story. It's a tired old story that's maybe a half truth. It's just a bullshit story that has been recycled, rebranded, repackaged, regurgitated, vomited up, fucking just like, it's old as dirt it fucking self. And yet people keep acting like it is this new, hot, sensational thing. And no one ever fucking questions it. Like, maybe we're being lied to here. Nobody questions it. It's the oldest fucking trick in the book. And everybody just keeps getting played and played and played, and then wondering why. Why does all this happen? Why is there scamdemics and plandemics and Jewish space lasers and whoa, why is all this happening? Why are these EBT recipients stealing my bicycle out of my backyard? We need justice. Why is this top 10% continuing to get away with this over and over? This has been the hot story for 1,000 or more years, and it's never gone away. I mean, this fucking story sells to the masses of retards all day, every day, and they love it. They're begging for more. Please tell the story again and again and again and again and again, How many different variations of the same fucking story can you tell me over and over and over? Yeah, and these people are just laughing all the way to the bank, all day, every day. Is anyone questioning this story? No. Not happening, dude. So, yeah, anyways. So, I'll try at times. This is an attempt today to try and just really not be more serious, I guess, is for lack of a better word, is just really try to be, talk real about what I'm talking about. But there's no point in being real because this is a clown world. It's a bunch of fake people. Fake, everything is fake. When everything is fake, Where is the value in being real? When everything and everyone, when the majority of everything and everyone is fake, where is there value in being a real, genuine person? There is no value in it. When the majority of everything is fake and everyone is just fake, what's the point in being real and genuine? Where's the value in it, you know? The only way to interact in a world that is generally a clown show of a bunch of fakes and fake bullshit is to wear the mask, you know? Wear the mask, bro. Like, you know, when in Rome. I'm just like you guys. I'm just one of the middle 80%ers. I'm just like you guys. That's me. Like the movie, here's another great movie. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the version that came out in like 1980 or whatever. That's exactly the only way to survive in the world of the invasion of the body snatchers. Do you know the movie? You know the story? The 1970s or 80s version is my favorite. The modern, that's the only good one. I've seen the original, black and white, and it's okay. But the one that came out in like 1980 is the best one. And I think it's really important that you see that. Like, how do you survive in the world of the invasion of the body snatchers? That's how you survive. You have to wear the mask. You have to pretend like you're just another clone like everyone else. That's the only way. That's the only way. Because if you even for a moment show any sign of being a real person and not just a clone, the clones pick up on it immediately, and then they come at you, and then to turn you into a clone, to turn you into one of them. There's another movie where art imitates life, doesn't it? So what's the point in being real and genuine in living in a world of fucking clones? Like, it's pointless. And I'm not saying it isn't like it's getting that bad. I mean, again, this is why I keep referencing Asmongold's take. According to him, that's real. And that's what's really going on, is that top 10, middle 80, lowest 10. And it's happening now. It's not something that's going to be, it's already happening. And it basically, we're all fucked. You're cooked. We're cooked. You're done. It's over, right? And so anyway, I don't know, bro. Like, again, I'm burnt. I'm burnt the fuck out. But yeah, talking about this, like being real, all it's gonna do is draw all the clones, and they're all gonna be like, go totally freaking the fuck out. If you show any sign of being a real person and not just another fake fucking, NPC fucking piece of shit, then the mob of NPC, psychos are just gonna fucking come dogpiling. And because you're supposed to act like everyone else. You're not supposed to have original thought, think for yourself. No. Don't you know the story? You don't think outside of the narrative. You don't think outside of the storyline. The storyline is this. The 80% are the great people. The top 10% are the evil Bill Gates is victimizing the 80%. And the lowest 10% are just the poopy poop poo 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 poos. That's the storyline. If you go outside of that storyline, you're cooked. So always have your mask. Always. I know masks have become unpopular because of COVID-19, but if you're gonna even think for yourself at all, have any kind of free thought and think outside of this storyline, just beware that you're surrounded by the invasion of the body snatchers. So there we go. That's my burnt out video. I'm fucking done. Unless I can't do a video for a long time. You know, maybe like 5 hours from now I'll do a video and it'll be worth a fuck. This one's a crash out video, but that's okay. So see you later, boys.